What are we doing together, Ty? We are vacationing today, and that's why I am lounging now. And I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be going back to that resort where I could go swimming actually, because we missed the pool yesterday, Kimmy and I. So I'm probably just going to go over there by myself today because I don't want to miss it, and she's got stuff to do. So it's going to be nice, and I'm going to like shoot a little clip over there because I want you to see how beautiful that area is, how they play the music, and they have the big TVs. And I'm basically just going to mingle, I guess. Right? Because I'm sure somebody's going to say hi. And there's a lot of really nice people over there, and it's a really, really good spirit. So I'm going to make sure I catch that today. I've been pretty much going to see my mom every single night at her rehab. So that's been, I don't know, it's fun because I like having dinner with my mom. So, and that way I can make sure she has everything she needs. And I also make sure she drinks water, that her legs are elevated, and that nobody's trying to dope her up. Because that happens at those types of places. But we're not going to get into that. Oh, today is a relaxation day. I am very ready to go to the pool. Hi, baby. Say hi. You want to go in? So I'm going to bring you over there. Probably not live. It's hard to see with all that sun. Like right now, I'm in the shade, so it's all good. So I will bring you like a piece of content, like a video or whatever. I'm feeling very relaxed today. I feel very accomplished. I'm really happy that I started Monday Manifestation, and anyone that was able to catch my video, please do, because the energy is off the chain, okay? I've been clearing out my energy. Like anybody that bothers me, I just turn the other cheek. And I basically have a great life. I feel retired, and literally, I really can't retire right now. I could, but then I may run out of money, so that's not a good idea. But the wonderful part about what I'm doing right now is I am manifesting success, the type of success that I had, that I have, but that I had recently on Facebook, and I'm manifesting it over on YouTube because basically, I think I might have had a boundary, to be honest with you. Isn't that weird? Like, I don't know what the difference would be because I was on several platforms before Facebook. Like, I don't know if you guys know that site IMDb. It's India, Mary, Boy, Dog. So IMDb. And that's an entertainment, like if you know, you know. So if you're in the entertainment business and you do anything in the entertainment, like acting, directing, producing, sound, engineers, like grip, stage, makeup, wardrobe, hair, anything that you do in the industry is on IMDb, and it's all connected. Like it links off from one project to another. And so I was famous on that for like years before I even hopped onto Facebook. I was on MySpace, and I would go to my star meter. It's like a little graph, and it would always be like 3, 4, 5 million people searching for me. I'm like, damn, that's a lot just off a few feature films, doing them as a child. And I guess it's from all the people I met. I don't know if you know this about me. I actually went out every single night from the time I was 16 to, let's see, about 40. Okay. So that's 24 years. And then I pretty much just got real serious because I realized there was a lot of like office computer things to do that had to do with the marketing end of being an actress and a model. And I just kind of just stayed home a lot, and I just started building my empire, which is my brand. And then I didn't really call myself Corin until And I know a lot of people are probably wondering this. Until I opened my Facebook page and then got serious about my YouTube simultaneously, which was January 20 of 2020. But my name was always Corin. It's just I didn't like outwardly go out with my name, Corin. Let me see if anyone commented here. See who's here. Because I used to talk on Facebook a lot like this, and it worked. And it's like, this is the real me, so I'm being completely authentic. These are all thoughts that I want to share with you. And then this video, this live video, is on the 10th today, July 10th, and right now it's 2:26 California time. So basically, this is all my thoughts that I want to share with you on a daily basis, but then it's all just like running through my head. And I'm like, then I could like do a live and then like catch you up, update you on what I've been doing. I feel a lot of, let's see, I feel I'm breaking through. I don't know if that makes sense. If you know the definition of what that is, like in my definition of it is, so I'm a small channel because I only have like 6,200 subscribers so far on YouTube. And please subscribe if you want to be a part of my Corin, Team Corin community. It's me, my mom, and the cat. And then I vlog my friends too. So I have like just like a small amount of subscribers, but my views, like if you go to my page, not my page, sometimes I say like Facebook page followers, but YouTube has a whole nother language. It's YouTube subscribers, and then they have members, and if you're a part of my member group. So I have a small amount of subscribers on my YouTube channel, and my views though are not of a small channel, which is very interesting. And I know that Google is probably like, okay, this is a different type of channel, because most people that only have 6,000, they don't have videos that have like 200,000 plus views like I do. And they don't have, now I'm not talking about everybody and I'm not comparing, I'm just telling you how unique the progress of what happened with my YouTube channel. Okay, and like the timeline, because I started it seriously. I've had it since 15, and I only had one audition tape on there, and I wasn't thinking about being a YouTube creator at all. It wasn't even a twinkle in my eye until I learned in 19 and 20 what being a creator was on platforms, and then I learned that Facebook did it, so I converted my profile into my page, Corin, on January 20th, 20. And at the same time, I made that decision. I'm going to do YouTube simultaneously, because anything that you put a daily effort on will eventually pay off. And what's interesting is it did pay off. Like my views on YouTube are very good. I notice certain content makes more, like when I wear my robes and I read my medicine cards. For some reason, if you go to my top videos, like if you go to my channel on YouTube and then you look at top videos, you'll see that most of them are in a robe. And I'm like, okay, that's, oh good, you guys are still there. How nice. Well, my phone got hot, and I don't know if you could hear me. Hi, Lee, how are you? I don't know if you could hear me when I was talking when the phone got hot, so I started this live video outside, and now I'm inside, and it's 2:32. Okay, just to prove that I'm live, that a lot of people say, are you really live? I'm like, yeah. Hi, Matthew, how are you? So I don't know of the audience now that was outside listening to what I was saying, but I'm going to wrap it in a nutshell. I was talking about just a little bit about how I got started as a YouTube creator in 2020. Thanks, Lee. Cool. I didn't know, I couldn't see exactly who was here. I'm glad you're here. Thanks. Still here. So I started in 2020 a Facebook page. I converted a profile to a page on January 20 of 2020. At that time, I decided I wanted to simultaneously make a YouTube channel, but keep the channel that I already had, that I had one audition tape on since like 2015. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you press the little thing more right underneath the description of the channel, more, in the description at the end of it, it'll tell you how many views I have as a channel. So I haven't been creating on YouTube since 15, I've been creating since 20, and I have 300 and something videos, and I have over, I think it's 2,100,000 views. And I know that, like, I look at other small channels. My Facebook page was not a small Facebook page. I developed it into 330,000 followers, and it was a macro page because anything in between 100,000 and a million is macro. And basically I was working my way up the totem, and I was getting extreme amount of views. Like, I need to tell people that because it's a big part of my life. I was going super, super viral. I'm so glad I'm on YouTube right now. I could feel your guys' energy. Like, I know who comes in and watches. I like feel you, and I just want to say I love you because I know exactly who just came in. I felt it. Isn't that amazing? I am definitely intuitive. Like, it's crazy. All right. So my views popped off literally on Facebook. I would get 50,000 in an hour sometimes. Okay. 30,000 in a few hours, sometimes 1,000,000. And Aquanev popped off to 1,000,000. I also had a hose video in the backyard hosing myself off on the side of my townhome at that point. Right now I have a house, and that popped off into 1,000,000 in like a couple hours. And I was getting paid for my views too. And right now I am a monetized YouTube creator. I am a YouTube partner. So any views I get actually add up into a pool of views. And the advertisers that place those ads, they pay you for your views because they place their ads in your videos as a creator, okay? So that's how that all works. And so I was talking about like maybe a block or even whatever I referred to it earlier. I'm gonna watch this video again because this video is so special to me because I have these thoughts and I wanna share this with you, okay? So I almost feel like that I was like stopping views on YouTube because here's the thing. I was so focused on Facebook on my page and I was also focused on YouTube, but not like I should have been, okay? I'm just gonna admit that right now because I didn't realize that YouTube is the #1 platform to be a creator on at that point. I mean, I knew it was like the best honor in the world when they approved my channel to be monetized. And I became a YouTube partner because that's what they call us. That's our title, and we're creators. And I knew that that was the biggest blessing. They also gave me like sent over these like amazing contracts that said, if you use music and this and this and that, your shorts, the shorts that you do, the videos you do, the live you do, like all these different rates that they pay. And it was like a total blessing. I know that it is a massive opportunity, that I am one of like the most blessed people. And it's also because I worked to get here though. And you can too. Anyone who's like listening to this saying, damn, that's the career choice of mine. Well, actually, I have a playlist called How I Make Easy Money as a Content Creator on YouTube. So be my guest. I just start out very basic and I'm adding to it a little bit as we go. I give only as much as I know people can handle. I'm still waiting for people to post that first video because once they do, then I'll feel it and then I'll start educating again and I'll start adding more content to that playlist. So anyone has any questions, please ask me what you've been doing to get them. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? What have I been doing? And I'll answer your question. I don't understand the question. So Oh, the views, the views. Okay, the views. Yeah, the views. Okay, cool. Great, great. Jamir Carter. That was a great question. Okay. So that's where we left off when the actual like sun melted my phone, but then the live was still connected. So, and this will remain on my channel. But the comments that are live will be gone. I don't know why that setting isn't working. So I figured out that I was looking at my top Facebook videos like constantly and asking myself which ones are getting more views. And they all were, okay? And then recently, and I do this often, I analyze my own content to see, I don't really watch it and analyze the content. Like I know I'm good there. Like that's just me being me and being authentic and being true to myself, which is the CEO of YouTube did a video on that's actually the secret. So the formula to being a good content creator and getting views is being true to yourself. Also being authentic. Okay, I couldn't be more authentic, literally. You've seen so many sides of me, and there's still more. Like, I am not a one-sided person. I have many different facets. And so recently I looked at my YouTube videos, and it says if you go to my page and you look at popular videos, you will see the ones that have the most views, okay? So one of them is outside, and I called it my new land, accepting my new land, welcoming in my new land. And that one actually went super viral, over 200,000 views. So I need to actually set that area up. I'm gonna start doing more. I think that might be a magical spot in my backyard because I could do my yoga out there, you know what I mean? And I just been like, yuck, the backyard is so horrible right now. Like it's not that bad. I just need somebody to help me pull weeds or do it for me. I called a landscaper, but I just basically want the basic for now. I don't even want landscaping. I just want someone to help me pull the weeds. I don't even know if gardeners will even take that job. And Kimmy's allergic to that weed shit, so okay. So basically, if you look at my popular videos on YouTube, the ones on Facebook, all the niches I was doing, the cooking, the gardening, the stretcher size, the bathtubs, the vacation, hotel life, the pools, swim around the world playlist, those were all popping off, okay? And they are on YouTube, like retrospectively, like I said, comparing to a channel that only has 6,300 subscribers, yet those other videos were the robe videos, which I was saying outside. So the robe videos, and mostly I'm doing medicine cards. I'm reading animal spirit cards on the robe videos, okay? Those are the ones that have 60, 70, 80,000. There's a couple that are in the 100 and something thousand views on YouTube, you know? And I'm like, I don't think I quite realized, this is the greatest part right here. I didn't quite realize how I was popping off on YouTube because I was so busy living the life of Facebook, okay? Literally, I watched my daily count of, like, in my studio, I watched my average go up every day for 30 days. It was August of 23. I was averaging 50, 60 a day for like years on Facebook. That's what I'm talking about right now. And then I'm gonna get back to YouTube. And then one day I called my mom, like, my average is 100 a day or something, or 101, 110. She's like, wow, that's great. And then it's a 30-day average, but that's basically what you're making like every day though, because it was your daily average and they took it over 30 days. Okay. Well, and then it went like the next day to like 200 and something. And I called my mom again, and my brother was listening. I remember, I think it gave him a purpose to live. He couldn't believe it. It went up to like 200 a day average, okay? Then the next day, it went up to like like 310, and the next day like 450. And so every day I called my mom it was June and July. This all happened around June maybe. And June, July, I don't remember at the point, like exactly. I just remember the checks came in August, so it must have been July. All right. Well, anyway, I made $36,000 in 3 months. So, but in 1 month, I made $27,000 in a 30-day period. And I think it was from July 15th to August 15th or something, or June 15th to July. Anyway, it was a 30-day period, and I made 17 grand. Okay, so anyway, but hear me out. So I called my mom every day, and I was like, okay, the next day it said I was on Facebook. It said I was averaging 500 a day. Mind you, all I was doing was going to the pool, doing some stretch exercise, doing some dancing, nothing like out of the ordinary. Everything that I did, cooking, eating fruit, drinking juice, everything I did on camera. And so anyway, then the next day it went up to 600 a day, 700, 800. Every day, my 1 day average, what I was earning every day, went up. And this went on for about 16 days. It got up to $1,400 a day, all right? Then Facebook changed their studio, and it was like fishy, you know? And I knew something was up, right? So I was busy working, but I was supposed to be moving, actually, and I had my mom to take care of too. I went and got her. So I was kind of busy. So like I knew something was up, fishy about what Facebook was doing, but I didn't really realize exactly until like a few weeks later. But I was busy moving. I bought this house, and I was moving out of that apartment because I was in between houses in that apartment. So that apartment was lucky for me. Okay. But I could do that anywhere. I'm lucky. Like, it's my energy. So wherever I choose to live, and I only live in really peaceful, beautiful places. So I didn't really notice what was going on, okay? I did, of course, but I didn't really put it together until like they showed what was happening a little more. And it took them like a year to be even halfway true and relevant to what they actually did. So it's all lip service. So they won't admit what they actually did. They basically ripped me off. So Facebook ripped off all the creators all at once. Actually, they took them in sections, I noticed, because there was a group. And then I got hacked. So that's why I'm like, hello, YouTube. I've been here all along, you know, and I know that people over on Facebook, the only thing I had on Facebook was fame, riches, and an audience, okay? So the audience is coming here. I actually did that on my Monday. A call came in and interrupted. Okay, I started a brand new theme, Monday Manifestation. It's a life calling of mine, and it's going to be every Monday, and I don't know exactly what time. That's what'll be unique about it. But if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you will see when I'm live. It will notify you. Also, there's a leaderboard going on YouTube. I received an email today where the top fans can actually be listed on a leaderboard. I don't know. If you see anything about leaderboard there, then give it a try. And also, thank you for the gifts. There's live gifts, and there's also rubies. Thank you for that. I know that YouTube wants me to mention all this, and I want to mention it, because how would you know? And then also, thank you, members. So not only can you subscribe to my YouTube channel for free and be notified of when I'm live, and just when I put new content, it'll show up on your For You page. Not only all that for free, subscribe to my YouTube channel, tap that subscribe button, but you could also join as a member, and that's a way to support me. Like, I think it's basically like the way that I look at it is I go in live and I have a whole nother just for supporters live, and it's called members on YouTube. And that's your way of supporting me monetarily. And actually, so my views, let's get back to my views. So thank you, members. Thank you for joining as a member. my views aren't anywhere near what they were on Facebook. And that's okay, because God, the Great Spirit, told me, okay, whatever you call him is fine. It's basically the universe and Mother Nature, Earth Mother, told me that your path is yours. Don't compare my path to, my path on YouTube has nothing to do with my path on Facebook, okay? My path on YouTube, my path on Facebook was overnight success. I had 4,500 followers overnight in 10 hours from the time I made it in like 4 hours, put it together, went to bed and woke up at that other place on Facebook. I had 4,500 followers overnight. And then it took me a few years to, it took me a few months to get on all those monetization programs, but then it took me a few years to make that kind of money. And then they tooketh awayeth, okay? Facebook tooketh awayeth, okay? All right, well, YouTube's been here all along, and YouTube's honest, fair, and they tell you in your studio all the analytics. They tell you everything you need to know about what your studio is doing, what every video is doing, like if people subscribe to your channel from that video, how long they watch, the demographics. It doesn't give names, like who watched your video. It just tells you overall statistics. All right. Okay, so my views on YouTube are very sporadic, to be honest with you, which is a great sign, because at least I'm not sitting here saying my views are stuck at like 200. No, my views go up to like 1,000 sometimes. I had a live video a couple weeks ago go to like 3,000, 2,000 overnight, 3,000, 4,000, that one video, like, and that was one of my first YouTube videos since a long time. I hadn't done one in a long time. So that gave me a lot of confidence. That made me feel like I'm on the right path. Okay, so God and the Great Spirit and my spirit guides have been communicating with me very, very largely. That's why I'm totally excited to sit here. This is not lip service. This is not, I'm not joking. I'm not pranking you. I am manifesting as I speak, but it's happening though. It's not just me manifesting it. It's me doing it and then me feeling the results. Okay. So I'm feeling and I'm hearing what's going on. I'm listening, I'm watching. Okay. And I'm hearing, I'm listening, okay? I'm watching. My spirit guides are communicating with me. They told me, okay? Look, I know it's hard, Corin. You take care of your mom. Your brother died. This has been hard since Facebook ripped me off, okay? The only thing that wasn't hard about it was I was able to help my mom with her assets, and she was actually able to finally contribute, because it had been a long time since she contributed. So that was a blessing so big, and it still is, okay? It was hard though. I went from earning a great living, like more than a doctor, almost as much as a football player, literally. Like I was earning a great living, like a musician, a rock star, or a famous actress. That's what I was earning, okay? And at the end of 2023. And then I moved in and I bought this house then too, right? And so I went from not earning to earning. And I'm not gonna lie, before I helped my mom with her assets, it got a little scary. I literally went out and won $10,000, okay? I was living off that 10 grand because I put all my money into this house, to buy this house for me and my mom. I wouldn't have even probably bought a house if it wasn't for my mom needing a place to live. I gave her her own room and bathroom. So it was on a wing and a prayer, literally. I was able to make some maneuvers in real estate for my mother and literally get us out of poverty, okay? I bought this house with a settlement. Somebody hit me head on and I had a good attorney, and literally I got a nice little settlement, enough for a down payment. It wasn't enough I should have got millions, but it was only what my insurance and underinsurance paid. So it's important to get underinsurance, because without that, I would have only gotten whatever the person that hit me, the liability. So that was like a few years. That was in like maybe around 21, I think. Okay. So then I moved to that apartment. I sold that house and I was living off my capital gain. I had about a $60,000 capital gain. That was my very first realized capital gain, okay? And that was my third home purchase. So it took me 3 homes to realize how to maneuver this real estate market. And I'm also gonna put my link in the comments of free coaching. And this is free coaching, but actually it's paid coaching. It's $100 an hour. And I teach you how to buy and sell properties. I teach you how to buy for a discount and sell for a profit. Okay, so this house, I already have a capital gain on if the market stays the same or goes up. And like, I could cash out on this house. I've only had it for less than 2 years, and I could put a big capital chunk into my pocket if I wanted to. So I'm like on a roll as far as real estate goes. But I'm living in this house, and real estate is the best investment. And the reason is because you'll always need a place to live. Like other investments, you can't live in them, right? So if you need a place to live, you have to liquidate that. And it's best to get in on property like as soon as possible, because later is too late. The prices go up. So basically, I was on a wing and a prayer. I bought this house. Facebook ripped me off. They stopped paying me. They stopped paying all their creators. Not all at once. They took it in segments. And I was literally then able to save myself that way. But my mind was really overwhelmed, and I was applying for ZipRecruiter jobs. Even though I have to take care of my mom, I was applying for jobs. And also first LinkedIn and then ZipRecruiter. And literally, I didn't get very much good feedback over there. A few people wanted me to sell for them, but like for commission. Actually, a lot of people did. Of course, I could sell anything. If I could sell myself, I could sell anything. But I don't want just commission. So I deserve more. I want salary plus commission. So I'm gonna always get what I want. And basically, I have been earning a little bit of money here and a little bit of money there on these platforms, YouTube, and also I'm on Cameo. I make custom videos for events and occasions on Cameo. I'm a celebrity on Cameo. I got hired on there. So I have little forms of income coming in from my videos, okay? Not enough to live on, but enough savings to sustain me into my next job and also my YouTube growth. So let's talk about my growth. So the guides have been telling me your path is destined on YouTube, right? So continue on YouTube and just put all your faith in the Great Spirit and Mother Nature, because they're communicating with me. They're saying, hey, you're putting out content and people are watching. So any amount of people that are watching is good feedback, okay? And it's growing. Like anything you do in life, it grows. There are several creators that, and I can mention a few, but I won't just right now, that literally, and I'm talking about the biggest creator on YouTube. So there's a hint right there. It took them years to make any substantial money to be able to like sustain your like budget, your monthly budget. It took them years. And so because I was a little overwhelmed about having to take care of my mom, the cat, and my brother at the time, and then what Facebook did to me, and then not having a job prospect, it got very like exhausting. I started producing less content. My mom needed more attention. And it was hard, okay? But I hung in there, okay? I just started dancing is what I did. I started dancing on TikTok. And that was healing. That started healing me. Hi, T Chan, how are you? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. As long as you understand what I was saying, my yank. Okay. So, okay, YouTube views. Okay, my path. What does my YouTube career look like? Since 2020, I've been creating kind of like simultaneous content. The same content I was doing on Facebook, I was uploading my live recordings onto my YouTube channel. And that was working. That was working. I was telling people, this is from Facebook, you know, like, because I would say it in the video and then you would hear, oh, she made that on Facebook. And people didn't care because it's still my content and they were just glad I was also uploading it to YouTube. So I started getting subscribers. That was actually fun. Let's just talk about that. Like, just looking back, just getting 6,300 subscribers is beautiful. I was stuck at 6,200 for like a month, I think. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Thank you. And recently, I've been uploading like new content, like Corin and Kimmy vlog. So I made a playlist for that today. And also I added one of those to my podcast, True Life with Corin. And so I noticed I got more subscribers on my YouTube channel. And each video tells you, hey, 5 people subscribed from that video. And that makes me feel so good when I look at the analytics. Okay, so I'm gonna get to the pool, but basically my career path isn't like anyone else's career path, vice versa. Everybody has their own path. It's not to be compared. And also, I realized recently, and since then I've been manifesting more subscribers, more views, more friends. Thank you for being here, truly, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for watching. And it's all coming together, and it's a path though. And the guide said, you're on your path. It doesn't matter when you start making more monetization views. It doesn't matter when that happens, like it did on Facebook, my breakthrough. It doesn't matter when. It just matters. The only thing that matters is, and by the way, there's more than just 6,300 people on YouTube. Each video gets anywhere between like 1,000 views eventually. And my most viewed video is 200 and something thousand on YouTube. So, you know, that doesn't mean that the video I make today can't get 300,000 tonight. You know, like, I was putting limits. I might have been putting a block. I was comparing my career to my other platforms that I did, because my Facebook page was hacked and the past 20 posts or whatever were not me, okay? But my YouTube channel is alive and well, and my manifestation is alive. I've created this. And you're here with me now. Like, there are 6,300 subscribers, but there's millions of views because a lot of you don't subscribe for whatever reason. It's your prerogative, you know? But if you want to, please do. I'm inviting you. I think actually your rate goes up too. I'm not sure. I couldn't confirm that. Like your advertiser rate on your views, if you do have more subscribers. And I wasn't asking people to subscribe for the first 5 years of being a creator. I think I've been a creator a little less than 6 years. Well, since January 2020. So over 5 years and less than 6 years. I never asked anybody, so it's like, I don't mind asking now because it reminds you, and I get that from being a YouTube viewer of other people's channels. When they asked me to subscribe, I didn't get offended, you know? It's like, almost like a friend asking you to be their friend. It's that innocent. What else? So yeah, I'm not sure you make more rate on how many subscribers. I think how well the video does is how it gets rated. Just not sure about that. If anyone knows, let me know, but I don't think anyone really knows that. I don't know if your views, I know your views are just independent. They're views. It's people watching. But I don't know if my rate for my monetization on my views changes with how many subscribers I have on my YouTube channel. That's basically what I'm saying. Now, I do know that my monetization goes up the more views I have. So I'm teaching you because a lot of people are curious about this. They're like, what are you effing talking about? You were making $1,400 a day. Yeah, because my views were massive on Facebook, okay? I'm telling you, 50,000 in 3 hours. I was getting more views than creators on Facebook that had 15 million views. And the one that has that knows that. And if you're watching this, hi. Because yeah, I really was. People noticed that, like literally. All right, I had 326,000 followers and counting. Now it's dropping because I can't access my page. It's been hacked. So I don't care about that. They stopped paying me a year before that. I stayed on there for my followers. That's how much I love this, being an influencer, being a creator, having my videos uploaded to platforms. That's how much I love this, and I'm destined for this. I've also been a model and an actress all my life, so it's just an extension of who I am. Yeah, so I love teaching you guys this. I know I do have a lot of creators that watch me because a lot of you are silent too, because I am breaking through. I think other people see that. You can't really tell by my views per video. That's the thing. You have to look at my popular videos when you go to my Corin YouTube page, and then you will see that I have several videos that have literally popped off, skyrocketed, and any video I make has the potential to do that because it did it before, right? That's the law of the universe, all right? What goes up must come down. It's natural gravity. And so I have put all my faith, I want to get the sun on me when I tell you this. I have put all my faith into my YouTube career. Literally. I am dumping my faith out on the table. I am being as vulnerable to the Great Spirit and Mother Earth as possible. I have opened myself up to infinite possibilities, right? Maybe my views get bigger than I had on Facebook. Why not? It did it before. They kept getting bigger and bigger. Maybe all those people haven't found me yet, see? That's why I'm manifesting it, because I miss those people. There was a whole group, all right? There was a whole group, a whole community, and the energy was good. And sometimes people would laugh at me. And do I remember you? From where? What are you talking about? Where is my friend Kimmy, Michael? She's kind of busy today, but I don't know if she's going to go to the pool with me, but I'm going to go to the pool and shoot content of me swimming. I'm celebrating, thanks for asking, I'm celebrating opening up my faith, opening up my manifestation, and allowing myself to not worry, to not just be concerned or obsess. I mean, I've let it all go. I never used to worry anyway. I've always been very successful. I work hard at what I do, and then I play hard too. I always make time. That's a big part of what my channel is about here. Making time for yourself, how to, I wrote a book, The Path to Self-Care, on Amazon. I'll also put that in the link. I'll put my coaching and I'll put my book in there. I should do that every video. Sometimes I space the book. And I don't want to drill you with my coaching either. It's in my comments, and I'll put it in this one for sure now that I mentioned it. Let's see. I don't really try to sell my course too much. It's one-on-one coaching. I probably should. I need to make a video about it too and put it on that web page that I made. So So my YouTube career is here. It's not going anywhere. And the more I feed into it, any kind of content creator, the more energy you put into your content, the more you will succeed. It's common sense, common knowledge, and you get that with any career. But for some reason, and it's with any career really, but for some reason, content creation is really extra that. It's, you have to create content almost every day, whether you're either creating it and then getting ready to upload it. Because I recently realized you could do one a week too, but I don't even want to do one a week. I want to do one every day practically, because I just love it. All right. And that's it. I'm going to the pool, and my career is here. So my career is going to take off. I really feel that. I feel that my YouTube channel is breaking through. I do, because I didn't really realize how many views I have on YouTube. I didn't even know I had almost 2 million and now over 2 million. When I didn't even realize you could see that. I've really recently, over the past year, actually I started at the beginning of the year big time, really focusing and putting all my energy into my channel, and they make it really interesting. There's stats in your analytics, each video, and also your channel analytics. This is my yoga mat. And I'm gonna go out next. I have a few videos I'm making. I'm gonna do a robe video, and I'm gonna go outside. Not all today, I'm just saying that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna clear those weeds or whatever, and I'm gonna make that platform, and I'm gonna do like early morning yoga when it's still cool enough, or late night when it's cooler. All right. My YouTube channel is happening, you know. It is a foundation of a successful creator. It's alive, literally. The energy between me and, hi Charlene. Oh, a lot of great Facebook creators don't take care of their YouTube. Wow. That is so true. That is like, whoa, okay? But they don't realize that YouTube is better, in my opinion. YouTube is honest. And you know what? Okay, Facebook wasn't showing you what, they were telling you a rate. And I always thought it was like suspicious, because there's an advertiser rate and there's a creator rate. Well, YouTube tells you the advertiser rate and the creator rate, and then you see kind of like the difference on the average, and then you see that they make like less. Okay, I don't even want to quote, but right now I'm thinking it's 30% or something. Sorry if I'm wrong, but I said it in my videos on how I became a successful content creator, how I make easy money as a content creator. That's my playlist. Okay, but basically they take less than half. All right, so you get more as a creator. So they're fair, so they're honest, transparent, and they're fair. And it's more worldwide. YouTube is not going anywhere, and YouTube is Google. You know what I mean? So this is like, dang, this is a huge opportunity. I should be videoing everything I freaking do, like every single day. That's what made me big on Facebook, and I was putting more on Facebook. I'm just so glad that I love YouTube, and I actually met the founder. So I don't want to mention any names because like I don't have permission, but I did. I was invited to a big event, and that was, I might have already had a channel then too, which is interesting. Wow. No, I didn't. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Cause it was back in like 2016. Whew, yeah, I was invited to this private event. Oh man, that was so fun. So like I love Google. I love YouTube. And I feel so honored. Everything you say matters, and the more positive words you say, the more powerful you are. That's great. Thanks for being here with me, Charlene. Yeah, I feel the power. You're right. Everything you say and everything you do. You know, my dad said that. It doesn't, like, he didn't say everything you think, but he already had taught me, like, how to think in a way. Like, just be positive and think, let it go, relax, and, enjoy the moment and all that. But then one day he came to me and said, it's what you say and what you do that matters. And that's so true, because what you say and what you do actually physically manifests into something. That's why it's like I had to block somebody today, somebody that I thought was a friend, but they were actually creeping on me. And I'm like this guy was like creeping on me, literally. Like he was like just trying to waste my time. And it just felt so creepy. And I literally had to block somebody today. And I'm like, you know what? It hurts because I thought that person was a friend, but I feel so much better because everything I say and everything I do matters. Everything you say matters, and the more positive words you say, the more powerful you are. Charlene, I had to read it again because now I felt like, okay, now I could really just put that energy that I was putting into him, like even a small friendship, but I thought it was a valuable one. Like I confided in him when my brother died. Like there were only a few people that I told, and now I feel like, ew, like he really let me down. And so I thought, well, what am I going to do with this energy? Because it's kind of sad. Like, and the Great Spirit said, put it right back into your career, like just keep busy because you're going to meet more friends. Oh, and by the way, my motto lately, I put it on my TikTok. I don't chase, I replace. All right, so there you go. Same thing with platforms. Like, I'm glad I was simultaneously nurturing my YouTube channel. Charlene, I'm really glad that I was doing that, but I wasn't exactly putting the energy that I should have. And that's why I'm still where I am with it, okay? So the Great Spirit said, but don't worry about the timing and don't worry about the outcome because you are destined for YouTube. Just do it. And I swear, this has been life-changing. My whole state of mind, I don't worry about getting a job anymore. Isn't that crazy? Like, I'm like suspended. You know the trapeze artist? When they jump from one trapeze to the other, one hook to the other hook, where they grab on because they're flying, right? Well, like they're flying through the air, okay? Well, having faith is something like that. Tomorrow's words will be 100% a piece of art. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. I always think of this because I studied Michael Chekhov, the acting, hold on. It's called To the Actor, okay. And I learned about acting methods. And then I studied other acting methods, and I grew up in Hollywood, entertainment family, and I also took acting classes in LA. And all right, but having faith, and I learned about like radiating from your core when you're like performing. And also I learned about methods like having like flying and floating and different energies. Okay. So when I think of faith, and I told my mom this too, I think of faith like the trapeze artist flying from one pole to the other, and you're suspended, okay? You're suspended in air. You're flying as a trapeze artist. Literally, that's where my faith is. I am literally flying. I am flying. That's how much energy I have. That's how much good energy that I get from my audience, from my friends. I used to always call it, and now it's called that. Friends, fans, followers. But YouTube calls it subscribers. And I don't like titling my friends, but my subscribers on YouTube. But some of you haven't subscribed, so my friends and my subscribers. Thank you for letting me share this. I'm gonna get like a refreshment, and then I'm gonna make it to the pool because they close by 6. And it's such a scene out there. There's like sexy adults everywhere and loud music and TVs, and I wanna swim. I do wanna swim. I've been going to see my mom every day at her rehab, like religiously, and not cooking, I haven't cooked at all actually. Eating our meals together. It feels so good to not have to cook, because I was taking care of my mom for years and years and years, and now she's in the rehab. Hopefully she comes home. I don't mind cooking for her. I hope she lives forever. I do not mind taking care of my mom, but I got very, very tired, and I've had like 3, 4, almost 3 something weeks now, like, wow, you know, and she's not better, so I'm gonna have more time. But she's a lot better. She's not entirely better to come home. And I make sure I go there every night to make sure she gets better. So everything happens for reasons. God, the Great Spirit, Mother Earth, Earth Mother, the thunder beings, the lightning, the rain, sun, grandfather, sun, grandmother, moon. I feel this energy now, you see it? They all want me to take time off. Everything happens for reasons. I gotta dismiss this email because it gets in the way. Okay, thanks. What did you write, dears? Kendra, you are always so positive. Oh my God, Kendra. Oh my God, look, you guys, live at the pool. Matthew, maybe because it gets too hot. I'm gonna take content though. You know how I do. That's the content that made me famous too. Just sitting by the pool, and I'm like, you know I'm gonna do that. No, I like sharing everything with you. You guys, do you know how happy you're making me? Think about that. On Monday, on 7/7, I did Monday manifestation. I manifested Facebook followers to find me on YouTube. I think you guys have already found me, but just look at them lining up though. You know what I mean? In the comments. Like, if that isn't an example of manifestation, I don't know what is. You guys, it's 321. That was my dad's numbers. I love you guys. Actually, he also likes 13. I'm gonna get to the pool. If I get there by 4, then I could stay for an hour before they close. I don't want to get too much sun. And I gotta bring my cover up. Okay, I'm gonna put my sandals on and take off. I'm literally on vacation, and I'm celebrating the fact that I don't worry anymore, because I started worrying again when I had to do all that stuff and all those things that happened that didn't happen. And so now I'm just totally giving it to God. I'm giving it to God. I'm releasing any kind of doubt, worry, because I'm doing it, you know? And literally, you guys may be wondering, well, how much money do you make with the views you get? It's literally only a couple $100. And it's been like that on YouTube for years, okay? And I'm not giving up, and because I like it, and I know that there's potential, and I'm gonna give it my best until I'm making as much money as I need to sustain my bills or whatever. So I give it away to God, and I have faith, and I just keep going because this is what I like to do anyway, and I like doing it on YouTube because they're honest. There you go. Everything totally transparent. And I even reinvest that few hundred that I make. And that's not even just the views, that's also the members group, like when you join as a member. So I even reinvest that money back into my YouTube career, because sometimes my editing software needs a subscription in order to bring you guys like really pretty font, and also really cool editing, like transitions. And so sometimes I don't do it every month, but when I absolutely have to have an editing, like for instance, the title font on my reunited friends video with Kimmy, the opening scene, it's just this pretty, the font changes colors, Corin and Kimmy. And I'm like, oh, $9.99, $10, done. So I'm also reinvesting the money I'm making on YouTube into God. I feel the faith, and I feel you guys like manifesting it with me and just being here with me, man. I feel it. I really do. It's thick. It feels really good, man. I feel like the angels have like put like puff-lined hands, like, I don't know, like fur-lined. Somebody is catching me. Somebody above has caught me. They're not allowing me to worry anymore. Isn't that amazing? I started worrying again. I used to worry up until like young adult, and then not all the time, but somebody taught me how. People taught me how. I had a support group. Like, I was a part of communities, and I learned. And then I started worrying again, like 30 years later, okay? Like literally. And then I stopped again. I stopped because worry brings you nothing. Everything you think, Charlene, right? Everything you do it's a chain reaction, right? I'm going to make my video today. I'm going to take time out at the pool. I'm going to nurture my community. I'm going to make more friends. I'm going to have more vacations in my life. I'm going to take more time off. I'm going to give myself a break. I'm going to give my faith to God and the Great Spirit and Mother Nature, Earth Mother. I'm going to appreciate nature. I'm going to take care of the animals. I'm going to take care of my community. I'm going to give back to my community. These are things that I am doing, though. I am doing these things. That's what manifestation is. I am getting a lot of views on YouTube. I am getting more paid members on YouTube. I am making more YouTube subscribers and friends. I am having a good life. I am a good girl. I am taking care of my mom. I did take care of my brother to my best full potential, and it was his decision to not take care of himself and die. I did take care of everyone in my life. I did. I'm a really good person. Lately, there's been some people that didn't think I was such a good person, and they left me. And I'm like, okay, I don't chase, I replace. Because I need a best friend, okay? I need people in my life that care about me, and I'm going to find them, because I could care about anybody that cares about me. I don't care about anybody that doesn't care about me. You know, so I'm just in the best part of my life I've ever been. I've crescendoed into a beautiful goddess. That's how I feel. Like, I don't even feel like I've aged at all. I don't have wrinkles, really. You know, I'm not showing my age because I'm happy. I'm happy, and I'm joyful, and I love my life, and I love helping people. I'm always helping people. Like, are you hungry? Like, do you need anything? That's it. That's all I have to say. YouTube, let's go. Let's go, YouTube. Let's go, YouTube. I watch people suffering on YouTube, and I feel sorry for them, because you have to love to do this. If you don't love this, then it's going to be a drag. That's all I could say. But don't quit. Don't quit until you have something else. If you've already established your YouTube channel and you're thinking about quitting, I don't recommend that at all. Remember, I'm a virtual coach, okay? So if you hate it, though, to where it's like making you miserable, then always quit anything that makes you miserable. That's anything you do, or friends. Anything that's not resonating with your spirit, I don't recommend it at all. Let's see what you guys closed with, and then I'm heading out right now. Let me see, what else do I need? All I need is, let's see, I got a jacket in the car, and that's it. I need to put comfy shoes on, and I'm out. I'm gonna go catch that pool before they close. Tony, what is my age? I'm not going to say I apologize. It's just I am not a young spring chicken. Let's put it that way. But I am healthy, and I feel like 27 forever. I'm 27 forever. I hope you have a great evening too, Kendra. I love you guys very much, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you so much. I would give a group hug right now if I could. Mwah. See you then. I really love you, and I care about you, and I feel your energy. Thank you.